So, how I caused the mass hysteria. This whole virus thing, which, by the way, I've been saying this for years that living organisms are not meant to hurt you in the slightest bit. Okay, so, and of course, as a whole, in a part of the mass consciousness, we've all, in a way, caused this. But, so here's what happened. I've been praying and I've been adjusting my prayers and kind of figuring out what works with regard to our government. Okay, so I got back from the Caribbean and that was like, wow, the crime. So the first week of December, you saw me running my just rants about all the drugs and the crime. I didn't realize how bad a crime was in America, how much of a disaster and destructive place this country really is. So I started posting and obviously making the Facebook and YouTube videos how outrageous this is, what Puerto Rico needs to do, what America needs to do. I talked about martial law. I did some research. I'm like, the only way for this is martial law, and I'm thinking to myself, well, how would this happen? You got children, by the way, right here now they're being sold in Miami. I'm not kidding you. And the government's doing nothing about it, which is really, kind of funny, right? It's funny. It's getting to the point now it's funny. So, children are being used as puppets and slaves for the evil women of this country who are extremely insecure. They're not mothers. They're just women who are having children and trying to use them to get money through the government. And of course, you see it with athletes. They're getting, I think one of them was Lamar Odom. No, I don't, well, Kobe Bryant, obviously. He didn't, Vanessa, he didn't really, she was there, So, this country, probably more than any other country, obviously we have the highest divorce rate, but more than any other country, they have the whole, using sex to get what they want is money, and they I didn't realize that the big thing in the Caribbean, I met some women through Tinder who were extremely aggressive. They this is back in 2017, and they pop back up again on Facebook. No joke. They found me on Facebook. One in particular. They just want to get money out of men too. They see men as like, oh, we're gonna get business for the girl. So, and it's big, heavy, and that's where all the crime is. It's crazy in Puerto Rico and the USVI, BVI, Barbados, and Bahamas, and it's low in Aruba. I just looked at some more research recently, but. So I seen all this crime in America, and in Baltimore, 55 per 100,000 murders, homicides. Cleveland, 6th in the nation, and Chicago, and L.A., and New York, and Detroit. Miami's got nothing, it's compared to, So I was running my mouth. I'm seeing all this stuff, and out of nowhere, I started getting some messages, emails from my county. And it got to the point whereby they actually said, well, what do we do? And you saw my videos. And I talked about Singapore and other countries that have Louisiana's got the highest, as a whole, and per capita, highest homicide rate. They got the death penalty, and of course they have the constant drinking. It seemed like what Singapore and the Philippines, for example, two different countries, did was when they had a lot of murders, they just shut off the alcohol at a certain time. It's 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. So my county's getting on begging, and I'm talking to them about my children, and I love my babies so much. So they're begging me. Well, what do we do? What do we do? They're clean fucking clueless. So yeah, I just laid it out. You gotta stop the alcohol sales at 9 and 10 o'clock. This is within the past month, and ultimately we need martial law. You can't be having people just running out, playing, having fun all the time like this, what they call fun. These restaurants, the liquor is a problem. I mean, hey, no, it's nobody bigger supporter of alcohol than me. All right, I looked at the statistics. I'm up on statistics. Okay, the prohibition when that stopped, the number of like homicides like dropped to like 40% and it stayed down. So I've seen that it does calm people, and weed too. Obviously, I'm a big supporter of legalizing it. I don't do any of that stuff though, but and not just all the drugs, because you know. So right now we people are doing drugs, but it's not in the public as much. But they're doing drugs. It's still readily available. So these bugs are kind of playing around with my ears and head and stuff. So it was me. It was me. I just like, and I'm so happy with this. I mean, it's so stupid that they're doing the whole social distancing. They believe that they're getting healthy by trusting these doctors. The reality is, yeah, the quarantining is not even in the curriculum of doctors. People do want to practice medicine. I'm with them for that. The quarantining is a lie. It's a made up movie story, okay? But it's working for what my desire was, which is you got to cut it out, guys. And of course, the biggest, well, CVS gives a lot of money to pay for the slaughter of defenseless innocent children, and just randomly for LGBTQs. I'm very supportive of them, but it's like, why do you got to advance this marriage thing? So the marriages have stopped. So you can't do the whole divorce thing. You can't, you know, collect money through sex. That's a big thing in America. I didn't realize it was as bad as it was. That's why, people are coming here. They want to commit crimes. This is where you commit crimes here in America. And guess what? It stopped. I'm looking at the, sunrise. It's amazing. But it's me. It's amazing how it happened, though. It's really cool. Thank you.